girls and boys.
Hello again.
Ladies
Third time tonight.
Third? This is the second.
Loot Crate.
Loot Crate. That's right.
Today, right now, something very special. Salvery, what is this?
Pizza night.
Sapphire, what is this?
It's
Loot Crate night.
Yes, besides Loot Crate night.
Super review.
You couldn't say something other than that. You took my spotlight. That's why I don't like her.
Thanks.
She intrudes on my life. She'll just randomly pop in my room and just be like, "Wake up! You got dream." I'm just like, "Hey, get out! I want to sleep."
I've never gone in there and asked you.
Let's get back on track. Episode 1 of the Super Barge Bros Super Reviews featuring Sapphire House.
Why would you stop saying featuring? Why would you change the channel name to Super LaBarge Bros
And Sapphire House? But anyway, we are reviewing Lightning Returns Final Fantasy XIII, the final installment in the 13 series. Everybody clap. It's finally over.
Hey, I liked this series.
We'll get into that.
Yeah, this game was by far my favorite game out of all of them.
I think this game is a lot better than The Last of Us.
I personally do, honestly.
I didn't like The Last of Us that much. But this is not a Last of Us review.
Yeah.
So let's get into this. Okay, Final Fantasy XIII. First one came out in 2010, I believe of March of 2010. And what?
Nothing. They're like March of 2010.
And we did get it a couple weeks after release, and we enjoyed the hell out of it.
Especially that music at the end. What was it? My hands.
Oh yeah, My Hands, Leona Lewis.
Your
Some ending
hands.
song.
Really?
Yeah.
My hands.
And I got frustrated. I couldn't beat Bartandulus, and I took it back and traded it in for Super Street Fighter 4. But you know. Anyway, so we really enjoyed. I really enjoyed personally 13, the first one. What about you?
From all what I saw, I enjoyed it.
You saw the ending, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, how did I know this is the ending song if I didn't see the
I was
ending?
just asking. You didn't see the ending.
I can't speak for that.
But are you enjoying it so far?
Yes, of course I am.
Okay, so 2 years later, January of 2012, 13-2 comes out. And you play as Sarah, her sister.
Spoiler alert.
Oh, anybody who doesn't know by now deserves to be spoiled. And this game just took a complete turn. I didn't enjoy it as much. Jumping through time and stuff.
It got very confusing.
Yeah, I really liked the first one way better than the second, but it was okay.
To be honest, I got halfway through the first game. Didn't play the second game at all. I saw the ending of the third.
Yes, we skipped through everything. I've played through them all.
But I watched some of Salvery. Hey, you're Salvery now.
I'm Salvery.
Beast and Sapphire House's playthrough of it while I was unable to attend due to personal matters. I was sleeping.
Should I?
So now here we are. 2014, Lightning Returns Final Fantasy XIII comes out, and we aren't expecting much at this point. Basically, it's got a system, a garb system, where Lightning can change outfits, and it changes her abilities.
Some of them are sexy outfits.
Some of them are very sexy outfits. It changes her abilities. You can give her any weapon and shield that you want to give her. They all have different unique abilities as well.
You can also change the color.
That's the whole game right there, is customizing color.
That's like a girly thing right there. You can change the color and make everything.
It's definitely a fan service Final Fantasy game.
Definitely. And you get to choose whatever attacks and magic she could use. Personally, when I first started this game, I hated it. I absolutely hated it.
He was about to go return it the next day.
Yeah, I was about to go return it the next day because of the time thing. We weren't following the strategy guide when we first started, and I almost quit.
Yeah, it's not very... without the strategy guide, it's kind of hard. Especially with the time and everything.
Yeah, you only get 13 days, and you only have 24 24 hours per day, 22 or 24 hours per day, and they're very strict. Time goes by pretty quickly if you're not paying attention. Without the strategy guide, it's going to be a pain in the ass to try to do everything. But we got everything done.
You got 100%.
Got 100%. I platinumed the game. What was I going to say? Crap. Oh, the bosses, the monsters, they looked really good. They look really good, like the Chocobo Eater and the Earth Eater. And especially the final boss, I'm not going to say who it is. I don't want to spoil that.
Would you like to spoil it, Sapphire House?
No, I'm not going to spoil it.
But the final boss looked freaking amazing.
It did.
It was so intimidating.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed the whole extinction thing, even though after a while it got a little...
Yeah, they got a thing called extinction, where if you killed a certain number of a monster, a last one of it would pop up, which is like a really powerful version of it. And once you defeated that, the monster would not show up anymore in the game.
Yeah, you pretty much made the monster extinct.
Yeah. So by like the last couple of days, all the monsters were extinct, and I really didn't have anybody to fight.
So it's really hard to do that on the first playthrough. He did this twice. He did the playthrough twice.
Yeah, I didn't do that on my first playthrough. My second playthrough, everything was like gone by day 12. Didn't have anything to do. And I think the way they wrapped up the story was pretty good. I kind of liked how they wrapped it all up. I don't really want to spoil that either, but let's just say
Sapphire Alice thinks that they're good. There's room for another one.
There really is. They left it to where they could make another one if they wanted to.
I don't think they will.
Yeah.
I think they might have a game where lightning will show up, but I don't think they're going to make another 13 game for a very long time, if that. And let's just say it's a happy ending, definitely.
Yeah.
Especially compared to the last game. It's a happy ending.
Yeah.
So
on to
what we didn't like.
Yeah.
Didn't like the time thing.
Definitely didn't like the time thing.
Having one person in your party at all times.
Yeah, I really didn't like that.
I didn't like that too much, even though they did give her like the whole garb system that you could change. But I still didn't like that too much.
Yeah, I liked being able to, in the other games, switching over different characters.
I did too. So that was definitely a minus, and they really made this game cheesy.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
There was really cheesy spots, especially in the middle of the game.
Flowers everywhere. Like, what the hell?
I thought the whole "it's the savior" thing was.
Oh yeah. Were you gonna try to kill me?
You gonna try to kill me? That's BB's favorite line of the whole game.
It cracks me up every time. Oh, one thing that I need to add to the things that I do like is how all the characters returned for this game. Everybody was in it, so nobody was left out. That was definitely cool.
Even Afro was still intact.
Yes. Even some people that we thought were gone, that died in the middle of the first game, they came back for a little appearance. And
we found out about Chocobocolina.
Oh yeah, we found a secret about Chocobocolina, which we will not spoil. Sapphire House.
No.
No spoiling.
It's actually very shocking.
Kind of, yeah.
So if you want to know it, you gotta go through playthrough of it,
or just
play it yourself.
Look it up on Google.
So taking that into consideration, the whole having to do everything by a certain time limit, having to spend more money on a strategy guide if you really want to get everything out of the game that you need to get, and only having one person in your party at all not all times. There's one instance where you get somebody else in your party. That's only for like a chapter. But putting all into consideration, I think we can give it a fair score. Who would like to score first?
My score can be long, so.
Okay. You want to score first or you want me to score first?
You can do it.
Okay, well, we're going to score on a scale of 1 to 10. Taking into consideration, this was a lengthy game, so I do feel like I got most of my $60 worth. But at the same time, I don't feel it should have been priced at $60.
No.
I think maybe 40
Mm-hmm.
would have been fair. Even 50, I would have said, it's okay. But for the content you're getting, it took us 92 parts, about 20 to 30 minutes per video. That's pretty good doing almost
How
everything.
many parts did you say?
92.
I thought we had 109.
No, 92.
Oh.
So I think on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give Lightning Returns a 7.5. It wasn't an amazing game, but it wasn't so terribly bad that I hated every minute of it. I actually enjoyed it as I got more into it. But I think all the negatives that I listed really, brought my experience down a little bit. So that's the reason I gave it a 7.5 out of 10.
Okay.
I'd have to say, with all of what I experienced in the game, being a navigator and all,
Just navigating. Getting me lost.
I really loved the graphics in it. I really did. And the way, especially when we played it on the HDMI, it was just beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I would have to give it an 8.5 out of a 10.
Really?
Yes. I really started enjoying the game once we got past the whole time thing and we got it down pat.
Mm-hmm.
So I liked the game a lot more when we started figuring out how to play it, because it really didn't give you any hints.
No, it didn't.
It kind of just threw you in there.
Although chronostasis was a cool little thing.
Yeah, but they didn't really
Ouch, that's hot.
Dude, don't touch the key. All right, Salvi.
All right. I'm actually going to give mine 3 different scores. Yeah.
What
3
the
different
hell?
scores. One for appearance, because appearance deserves its own little category.
Mm-hmm.
One for the UI system and everything, and just
User
one
interface?
overall. Yeah. Appearance, it was amazing.
It was.
It kind of seemed like modern type appearance, like nowadays, than futuristic like the other games felt like the graphics like. But it looked amazing. Those FMVs, especially the ending, looked beautiful.
Oh,
So I'm going to give it the appearance a 9.8 out of 10.
Okay.
The UI, when I first came in here, which was towards the end of the game, I was so confused about the UI. The battles, I was just like, what the heck am I looking at? Like, it looked pretty and everything. I'm just like, what the heck am I looking at? For a beginner who just completely skipped all the tutorials, was there tutorials? I didn't see the tutorials.
Yeah, there was.
It would be very difficult to play the game. It just looked all confusing with the changing garbs and stuff. So the user interface, I'll give a 7.5 out of 10.
Okay.
And the overall score of the game, from what I saw, I'd give it an 8.5 out of 10.
8.5. That's not bad.
Yeah.
For what you saw.
For what I saw.
Yeah.
So
You missed all the hard
I was
parts
actually
at the
going to
beginning.
give it, from what I saw, I was going to give it a 6.5. But the ending, I feel wrapped up everything.
I really, yeah.
And
it was
it was beautiful, and I felt the ending was really freaking long.
Oh my god, it was like 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah, we were just
the
sitting there
ending.
watching. This is like watching a TV show.
Yeah, I actually liked that. A lot of people wouldn't like that, but I liked it.
Yeah, it was definitely a good wrap up.
Definitely cheesy. Yeah, I felt like I was watching Power Rangers.
I kind of needed to make it that long because it was such just a drawn out
Yeah.
video game.
It was better than the ending to the Mass Effect trilogy, so
Yeah.
that's definitely
And
good.
if you feel like you're watching something related to Power Rangers, we all felt that way.
Yeah.
Do everything once. So yeah. So I gave it 8.5 for overall score. 8.5 from Sapphire and 7.5 from Mr. Beast.
I guess I had a different perspective because I was the one playing.
Yeah. And after I heard that Beast restarted like 2 times, I was just like, you're kidding, right?
Oh, I had to restart.
It would have been a 9.5 if it wasn't for the time constraint and the confusion of everything.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, it would have been up there, 9.5, if it wasn't for that.
Well, that was our review. I think it's definitely like worth a checkout. Maybe not full price. Definitely not full price. Maybe like a weekend rental.
Yeah.
You could beat it in a weekend
Yeah.
if you have the strategy guide.
But where would you get this? Can you rent the strategy guide?
I'm sure there's a FAQ walkthrough online somewhere.
It's better with the actual strategy guide. You can see all the pretty pictures.
It puts you flipping out throughout the book, though.
Yeah, you just keep jumping pages. And make sure you have bookmarks.
It's not in order.
Well, that does it for Lightning Returns.